So deal with it. uh, okay, have I started mine? I think I've started mine. There it goes. There it goes. You're probably wondering where I'm at.
Yeah, I guess eventually.
Oh, I'm still in Bergen.
Let's test this follow button here. Oh, that works good. Okay.
I'm yeah, I'm in Bergen still, where we were.
Where am I?
You should be in Bergen. That's where we finished.
Yes, yeah, also here.
Okay,
So just whip up a convoy and then I'll join it.
I will. Oh, what do I have for truck? Oh, yeah, I got that truck.
Why, you ask? Sweet, y'all getting the band back together. Yes. Yes, we are.
The band is together, yes.
Um,
Convoy, host a convoy. Clink,
I'm
clink,
gonna
clink, clink,
shout
clink, clink,
out
clink.
Raven's View
Thank you.
because he is the gentleman that we are streaming with tonight. So go check him out. Oh, my freaking Streamlabs is not working.
Hmm.
My chat commands for Streamlabs don't work anymore with Twitch.
Where are they supposed to work?
I don't know because they discontinued the desktop app and they want you to use Streamlabs OBS, which I think is garbage.
I use the Streamlabs chatbot.
Yeah, that's
Which is a separate thing. That's one of these seven things I have to start. Or so. Let me look at the job market. Have a convoy. Use your own trailer. I will use my own trailer. When you join the convoy,
oh, that's what I want. That's what I want. Sorry,
when you join a
I'm
convoy,
listening.
does that make it the right time?
It makes it your time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, we don't want that. We don't want a huge one. Rue, we're not going to Rue, Estonia.
Stand by while you ask. We're just two old guys trying to figure out technology. One of us a little bit more old.
The interwebs.
The YouTubes.
My old friend Pat, who died just a few months ago. We used to sit together in the pub, sipping our beer and slagging people around us, and we would talk often about, so have you been on the interwebs today? Yes, I was on the interwebs on the Facebook, and we'd talk like that just because it would annoy the younger people at the table.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get a kick out of doing those things.
We were like those two guys on the Muppets up in the balcony.
Oh, I could eat a bowl of alphabet soup and shit out a better statement. Oh,
I don't think they ever said that. But they
you've never seen the adult version.
No. Here's one. Here's one from Bergen to Karlskrona, Sweden. 34 tons, and it is yeah, it's a goodly one.
Streamlabs OBS will not shut down. I cannot get this program to shut down. It keeps starting up. I don't know why. Why, you ask, says sorry to hear about your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is sad.
She'd grown up and lived in this area. I think she died of heart congestion. Maybe in her 60s, 70s. I forgot how old Pat was. Grew up in the area, sort of the mayor of, the kind of person that everybody says, yeah, she was the mayor of Hindenburg. There we go.
Oh. I have to authenticate everything again.
Oh, I hate it when that does that. It just sort of says at random. Oh,
And
you
of course,
need
my
a new token.
password, which is actually my password, doesn't work for some reason. So,
Yes, mine sometimes times out and just does that and says, okay, you.
unreal, unbelievable.
One of them only works for 30 days.
Error occurred. Could not find account. That's not possible.
So you have to do a new token?
Well, first I have to try to get into my account, which apparently doesn't exist anymore on Twitch, even though I'm streaming to it. This is why I don't like Streamlabs, but it's like the only thing that
The only thing in town, yes, and Slobs is worse. Their blended version.
the username and email don't match. What are you talking about?
Oh, we're in a tunnel, folks.
What a trash fire.
So
I
on.
reset my Twitch password.
Oh. In other news, September 7th, Wyoming comes out in ATS.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Where do you reset your password on your Twitch page? What is going on here? Change password.
But they'll want the old one first.
I don't know how to do this. This suddenly turned into a trash fire. Hang on. Hang on, everyone.
Ah, why you ask? Why you ask is saying ahoy to me. Does that mean that you are a ship of thieves, whatever it's called, ship of fools? Is it you? Are you ship? Is why you ask a ship of fools player? Sea of thieves. There we go.
Might as well be ship of fools when you sail with me. This is so silly. I've gone into my email 3 times to try to reset my password.
There we go. Had to take a bit of a weird angle to get in the parking lot because there were people sitting there waiting for me to turn, blocking me. Ah, Mr. Big. Big Long Dong 69 is hosting me. Use your own trailer. Is that where I'm at? Yes, yes.
Aha, we're in. That only took 20 minutes to do. Oh, and now I have a CAPTCHA. Great.
Oh.
Pick the ice cream.
Oh, well, the ones where you have to. I hate the ones where you pick all the traffic lights out, and invariably they have.
Now that I've gotten in and reset my password, I now have to ask for a token so that I can generate an API token so that I can use the app within my stream.
How do you get your tokens?
Holy moly. Two-factor authentication.
Oh, yeah, that's what mine do. They send me a little text on my phone. And...
Authorize. Connect. Okay, it should now work, maybe. Nope. Doesn't work. And now we've sent another email to a different email for a different token for the bot account. Oh my god. I'll be there in a second.
Yeah, it's my bot account that does.
Authorize. Connect. Okay. Holy shit. I almost spilt everything. That would be par for the course. Okay, it's working. I'm here now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna get another beer. I get another beer now.
Okay.
have a nap. I'll be back. I gotta mute myself. Remind me to unmute. Yeah.
Goodness. I mean, why you ask now? You've already gone over, followed, chatted in the chat. The whole point of me re-authenticating and getting new tokens is no longer even required. Hi, Dad's Gaming. How are you? We're going to do a convoy. We haven't started yet, so if you wanted to join in, you can. Though I'm not sure. I'd have to check with Raven first. Oh, I got to join his convoy.
Hello. Can you hear me now?
In my chat.
Whom?
Yeah, I can hear you. Dad's Gaming.
Ah.
Another avid ETS ATS.
And another old fart? Or?
Yes. I told him that he should join our convoy sometime.
Yes. Yes, responsible drivers recommended. Well, responsible as in it's just such a relief to get away from the truckers MP world.
Oh my god, right?
My day was good. Big, Mr. Big. Day was good. Did some shopping. And pronouncements from the king of our province, King Ford, our monarch. We will be getting a vaccine.
King Ford.
Yeah. He was thinking at first that we wouldn't need passports, that they could just use scanners like they do for pets, and they could just read off the microchip that Bill Gates has injected into us with the vaccine.
Right, with the vaccine, yeah.
Yes, yes. I don't know why they don't just read those, but anyways.
Oh my gosh. All right, where are you?
Here in Bergen.
I went the wrong way.
Oh.
Did you take a job?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I'm driving like a maniac. Oh, wait. Where did I go?
What? You were there?
Oh, you're up there. Okay. Oh, that's barricaded. So I just went around in a big circle.
Oh, okay. I can watch you on the map go in a circle. We can all watch him go in a circle.
Ridiculous.
What was for dinner? Oh, dinner was just I cheated. I bought a small Greek salad with dressing included from the grocery store. And 30% off too. And I checked. It wasn't because the lettuce was brown and you had to drain it first. No.
I've got half a tank.
Not bad. Oh, you took your second vaccine shot a couple of days ago. Oh, good. Yeah, some people. I had my arm. The first shot was nothing. The second shot, when I slept on that arm that night, it was a little sensitive.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But some people feel like they've been whomped on the arm. My sister spent a week with nausea, not bringing up, but feeling nauseous and chills and stuff. It seems to be.
I just drove past where you are.
Science seems to have concluded that there's pretty well no way to indicate. My sister got her second shot actually, and the nurse said, "Oh, okay. Well, she said, well, you know what the reaction is like to this? What are people saying?" And she said, "Oh, you'll probably react a little stronger than the first one." And then my sister just told her how bad the first one was. So the nurse said, "Or not." Sorry, I'm just trying to reassure you, but I don't really know what I'm talking about. It could be less too.
Sorry, I just have to rekey something.
Riki? Riki? Apparently there is a sport, a fitness sport called rucking. And the explanation that I read said it is a short form for rucksack, which is another term for backpack, sort of. Like a rucksack are those old backpacks that didn't sit high on your back on a frame, but it would just sort of sat. It had several pockets on the outside. It had heavy straps. It would have a hip belt, and it would close at the top with a drawstring. That was a rucksack. What you do now is you have modern versions of that are designed to fit close to the body, and you can do things like get metal plates that fit inside to increase the weight. So what you do is you march around the countryside.
Where the heck are you? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to do this and find you, and you're in this
there you are.
Of a place. Oh, there you are.
There you are.
Okay, is this where the job is?
Yes, it is.
I'm so confused.
Do you take the job?
Not yet, no.
I think that might be what happened to Taz the other day when he was driving with me. I think what he did is he went to the little green square and took the job, and then tried to take the job, like from the convoy, because he was getting unable to, and so I'm guessing.
There's like a million controls that I need to like do, and there's so much happening right now. Okay. Convoy. Job. View and take. Own truck and trailer. There we go. What a mess. What a mess, what a mess, what a mess, what a mighty good mess.
There was a children's book my kids had, and I should have stole it from the library or get it. You can probably still buy it. It was these stories about lovely illustrated. They had these kids had a dog. It was like an Afghan hound, you know, with that long hairy fur just dangling down all over the place. It was a puppy, and it was always getting into all sorts of crap. So the dog's name was What Is Ness? And there were those little gnomes and elves underneath the mushrooms behind the step and all through the drawings. So it was quite a fanciful book.
Okay, I have to like figure out how to get into this yard.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not ready for I gotta get myself organized here, and everything is a mess. I keep having to adjust stuff, and I can't. Now I'm stuck. The truck is stuck.
We're going through spaghetti.
You know, of all the yards, this is my least favorite. It's not physically possible to get a truck backed in back here. You just can't.
Oh, I don't back in. You just go forward a minute.
No, but sometimes it's fun to do it.
Okay. I know, because you come at it sort of, you squeeze through that narrow spot, and then, oh, thank God, there's my cargo. Yes, because leaving, there's barely enough room to leave before the fence is in front of you, so there's not a lot of room to maneuver.
Exactly. And now somehow I'm supposed to get out. Okay, I'm out. Are you going to change the time? Or you already did?
No, I could. I didn't, but I could. Actually, we're in. We don't. You have to. Yeah, it's Norway. It's It'll be. It might be bright all night. Let's see. If you get far enough north, it just stays bright forever. Are you there? I can hear. I hear muttering and mumbling. Is that you? Bitching and complaining.
Can you hear me talking right now?
Yes. Whoop. Oh, that
I've
card.
got a keybind to mute myself so I can talk to my chat.
Ah, okay.
So I'm not talking over top of you, and it's not all confusing. So that's yeah.
We'll just sit like this in the traffic. Good. Oh, that's right. I forgot. These are self-steering trailers, aren't they? So they're not as bad.
Actually, they're terrible.
Well,
Because the
backing
back
up.
end
Oh,
swings out.
oh, yeah.
It's like stupid thing.
Yeah, it does.
Can't get anywhere.
Oh, what's this guy gonna do? Don't sit there. Please don't sit there. Oh, he had a yield. Oops. Oops. Gotta go here.
I wouldn't mind a fuel station at some point.
Oh, okay. There's one right up here.
One that I can fit in.
Oh, picky. Okay. There we go. Even you can fit in here. Oh, I'll fuel up too. Just come in behind me. Don't try to take the other slot.
Oh yeah, I can fit in here. Even with the other slot. I did it last time. That's good.
Why are my tires red? Oh, maybe I forgot to get repaired. What do we got here? Ah, yeah. I must have hit something. I got a bunch of damage. Not a lot, though.
I got 1% truck and trailer.
Yeah, I get bits and pieces, but I don't think we hit anything until we get to the other end of the road, so I'll just go as is. There we go.
I'm kind of hoping that this new version of Streamlabs chat is not going to ask me to re-authenticate every single time that I open it.
Ah. Mine seems to every tunnel. Mine seems to every 30 days. I think that's the default.
And I check off the thing that says, remember this computer for 30 days.
Yeah?
But I still have to do it every time. Yeah. Dad's Gaming is asking, how is this compared to ATS?
This ETS came out before ATS, so they had time to do a lot more development, so the maps are better, I think.
Yep, I would agree. The maps are definitely better.
Although the ATS ones are getting better every time they bring one out, but the ETS, the roads are small. So there's not a lot of autobahns, there's lots of little villages, lots of hills and stuff like this, whereas ATS is the open highway, great big truck, just pedal to the metal, and so it depends what kind of experience you like. I played this one for several years before ATS came out, so.
I played ETS before I played ATS.
Yeah. When ATS first came out too, it was just California, and it was badly done. It was a lot of cookie cutter stuff. Oh.
I absolutely love the Iceland DLC.
Iceland DLC. Oh, the pro mods.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Come on, sorry.
Yes.
And going into Reykjavik and stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah. They've done a good job of that. At some point, I guess they'll have mods for this convoy. So you can do things like drive the add-on maps, like the Australian map.
Yeah. The Australian map looks cool. I'm gonna wait for it to get developed more before I commit to that. I should pull up your chat. I started watching this show on Netflix called Designated Survivor.
Oh.
And it's about...
That's an old one, isn't it?
Somebody blowing up Congress, and this guy is like the only one left in the president's cabinet, so then he becomes the president, but he's like...
He's the Undersecretary of Agriculture or something, or...
Yeah, he's like this low-ranking member, and they were gonna fire him anyways, and... Yeah. It's a terrible show.
Oh.
It's absolutely terrible. It's awful. It is so cliche and so predictable. I made it through like 3 episodes, and I was like, I can't do this. This is so bad.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, I remember. I couldn't even remember if it was a movie or a series. So I remember starting it anyways a number of years ago when it came out, or wherever I saw it first.
So Dad's Gaming ETS is this convoy that we're doing is the new multiplayer that SCS has implemented into ATS and ETS. Which is great because it eliminates the need for the chaotic and total trash fire that is Truckers MP.
And what they've done is they've implemented AI traffic.
It's synced.
Yeah.
So we see the same traffic, we see the same events,
the same weather.
We experience the same weather and the same time as well.
Yeah, and we can share cargoes if we want to. And I'm not sure what the limit is, because basically they just pop you into a virtual server, I guess. You were saying that whoever hosts the convoy does the... You were saying that whoever hosts the convoy runs a virtual server, I guess, on their computer, or...
I think it's a local thing. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know the specifics about it. Yeah.
But that's the limit, I think, is 6 people in a convoy.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I've been on some mega ones on Truckers MP. I remember the ones where they have hundreds of people, but it was kind of fun, but you wait half an hour just to get out of the parking lot.
Yeah, I'm good. I like the little ones.
There's a nice lighting there. It was like mood lighting with all that blue.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
We have a bridge here in Edmonton that lights up all different colors like that.
Ooh.
It's very like you're stepping into a nightclub.
It encouraged drinking driving, yeah. Oh, and a bridge. It's sort of dark. What time is it? Well, it's 12:30 at night.
Yep. Are you gonna change the time?
Well, it's gonna get think it's going to get brighter.
Okay.
So I'll leave it for now. And besides, I think we spent a lot of time driving through tunnels. So I like the way you get into the tunnel, the way it's all rough hewn overhead. That's nice.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
I like the idea of roundabouts in the middle, under, inside a mountain. And more sexy,
it's kinda weird,
more
It's
sexy
just
lights
like-
here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing about ETS is that you definitely need to have more precise driving ability
Hmm.
in game because the roads are so narrow.
Hmm.
I find that people that watch my stream when I stream ETS always seem to comment about near misses things.
Oh yeah.
But it's really just that I'm actually just threading the needle.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, it was a miss.
On purpose.
Yes. Yes. Just let me know if there's an oops. Yes, then we'll.
Does that help? I played a little bit of No Man's Sky today, and they dropped their new update. It was a big update. It's the Frontiers update, so they now have settlements. You can build your own settlements and run them as an overseer. It's really cool.
Wow.
Yeah, and they also have nebulas. They have nebulas now. So you can explore or look at nebulas, which are kind of nice for space. The building and the UI for building has gotten a complete overhaul. Which is awesome. And there's a ton of new pieces that are added. So that's kind of exciting.
The settlements, are there settlers in the settlements?
Yes, there are. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's similar to a cargo ship. So actually not really. It's similar to a ship with whoa!
Yeah, we have a red light here.
Oy, 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 oy. It's similar to a ship in that there are different classes, so you can get like an S-class settlement or an A-class settlement.
Oh.
It's kind of cool, yeah.
Hey Taz, how you doing, my friend?
Tazzy old boy.
We're doing a convoy here in Norway. Norway into Sweden then. Yeah, just stop right there. I won't find that annoying at all. Oh yeah, happy hump day, everybody.
Ugh. I have an interview tomorrow at 8 a.m. with a patient. I said, what time would you like to meet? And he's like, well, how early do you get up? I'm like, oh my god, why? Why?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I mean, I'm up usually around 7 or 8. Start my day around 8. He's like, okay, let's meet at 8. I'm like, god damn it.
I didn't start my day, man. That doesn't mean I'm necessarily willing and able to talk. Yeah, I'm not on.
It's not on. I'm at my desk at 8, but my brain isn't. So I'm still having coffee at that time and trying to figure out where I'm at.
Yeah. Oh, Taz, you're doing more mod testing for the farm map. Okay.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, are we gonna switch to a Farm Sim 22 server?
I don't know. I saw the latest trailer that Taz had posted up there. It's starting to look a little more intriguing.
Oh really? I'm gonna have to look. I haven't seen it,
Yeah.
so I don't know.
Jeez, look at the map there. Look at the spaghetti we're going through.
I know, and it's nighttime. It's too bad.
Well, we don't see the spaghetti. I can change the time a bit. What time is it? It's
Oh,
two.
it doesn't matter because it's a tunnel anyways.
It's two. It's two.
It'll start getting bright in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes or so.
Yeah. So the I mean, I think it has. So it has seasons. What else does it have? There's two big things that it has. Oh, precision farming and seasons are on.
And 3D,
Yeah.
3D textures.
But I was going to say, but they've changed a lot of the base just for everybody. Like so, seasons you can turn off, precision you can turn off. But yeah, I think 3D will be nice, and the occlusion, whatever the hell they called it,
Ambient occlusion.
maybe. And I think you get, I don't know, tractors and stuff if you pre-order. Taz, don't know if you'll be able to do that big of a jump. Well, you'd be going
From
for...
Farm Sim 19 to Farm Sim 22?
Yeah, that's true. It is two versions.
There is no Farm Sim 21.
I know.
Is he making a joke? I'm confused.
I don't know. Hopefully. Are you making a joke? You're making a joke, are you, Taz?
It's literally the next version.
Yeah.
That's the jump.
Yeah. Oops, I possibly have high beams there. Sorry.
Hi, Cybear. Convoying with Ravensview tonight.
Yes, and for my viewers, I'm convoying with the Vendertron.
Go shoot him a follow. Convoy's good so far. We're in Norway.
Mm-hmm.
Going through some spaghetti.
Yeah.
Speaking of spaghetti, Carlo and I made spaghetti on Saturday night.
Oh.
Fresh spaghetti.
Oh, you like with flour and water?
Yeah, we made it from semolina flour. And we made the sauce from scratch, and we made meatballs.
Did you harvest the grain yourself and beat it with rocks?
Yeah, we have it growing out in the yard.
Cool.
And we even have somebody out there turning the stone 24 hours a day.
Ah.
I go out there every couple hours just to crack the whip.
Just to grind it, yes.
Yeah. I'm thinking about getting this game. Well, it's definitely when they implemented multiplayer capabilities so that you could drive in convoy with other people, that was a game changer.
And you do not have to have all the DLCs for Convoy. If you buy just the base game, which often goes on sale, it just means you can only convoy in the base game maps. You can't wander around, and you can play it unless you're an old fart or challenged like I am. You can play it with the keyboard.
Yeah, you could get away with mouse and keyboard, but honestly, this game is you need a wheel.
A wheel and pedals. Yeah, because it's a trucking game. My friend Steph was on a few days ago. She just bought it.
ETS?
ATS. And she was playing ATS with a mouse and keyboard.
I got a bus trying to pass me right now.
Oh, well, let him pass, or just run him off the road. Just
No,
let
I'm
him.
pedal to the metal. I'm not gonna let this guy get it. Oh, he's going back in his lane. Might not get the pedals, but look into the wheel. I've got the G29, but Thrustmaster's just coming out with their new T284 or something.
Yeah.
286. It looks kind of chunky.
Yeah. There's
boxy.
a lot of
No, don't ask me because I don't know. Trust me.
There's a lot of controls on it.
I ask Raven what to do when my wheel doesn't work. That's how it goes.
Well,
I mean, he has his own issues.
Yeah. Mine issues. I can't get force feedback to work unless I use the old Logitech software, not their new G Hub. And several people have offered the opinion that the new G Hub is a load of crap. So.
I mean, honestly, I really enjoy my G29.
No, but the software.
I've definitely have gotten its money's worth.
Oh yeah.
And I keep it in really good shape, so.
But their software can be iffy.
But the software is the problem, yeah. So my hike on Sunday was absolutely stellar.
Oh, you said it was. It was up to, where were you again?
We went back to Katamin.
Yeah.
The old mining town. And this time, instead of doing Cardinal Divide, we went the other way.
Yeah.
We did Tripoli Mountain, which was a harder trail.
Ah.
But it was absolutely, totally spectacular. Yeah, it was awesome. Best hike of the summer. Definitely going to go back and do the second half of Tripoli. So we only made it halfway because we didn't really know what we were doing, because there is a trail from where the cars are.
Yeah.
But then, like, after about 3 or 4 kilometers, the trail just sort of ends. And you don't really know where to go. So we sort of traversed the mountain slopes. And sort of made our own trail and figured things out. It's very technical because there's a lot of valleys that you have to cross where there's water, and a lot of steep slopes as well, and rocks and steep, deep holes that you can't see but because they're covered with moss.
Oh, definitely not a solo trek.
No, because you could get swallowed up by an entire hole and nobody would find you for days.
Oh.
Except the grizzlies.
Oh, yes.
There's lots of grizzlies. We didn't see any grizzlies, but we seen a lot of grizzly poop. At one point, my hiking partner said, "Stop." And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Look around you." And I looked around my feet on the ground, and I was literally standing in like a grizzly litter box. It was just grizzly poop everywhere. So they had clearly sort of stopped there to like graze or whatever.
Yeah.
So it was really nice, though. It was so beautiful. The second half goes up the scramble to the very, very top.
Yeah.
We made it to the first ridge, so. But definitely going to go back and do that next year when the weather permits. The road is not an easy road to get up, though. You definitely need 4x4.
You said you took
some old mining roads and stuff, so.
You took a truck.
Yeah, we took a truck. Yeah.
Good thing we gassed up. Although no, we passed a few actually. I just haven't noticed because I'm fine.
You're fine.
I'm fine. There is one coming up. Maybe I think I need to stop at this gas station and borrow their key and use the washroom.
Oh, okay.
Ontario and Canada, anyways, when you went to use the washroom in a gas station, it would vary. If it was a big chain, usually it would be clean, but maybe not. They'd give you the key. The key would be on a foot-long stick.
Yeah.
Just so you didn't throw it in your pocket. Yeah.
They put it on a giant, like, tennis racket.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they still lose keys. Like, people still wonder, what's this kicking around in my car? Oh, it's the key. Or maybe people steal them.
Maybe.
You know that Glenn Gould?
Yeah.
Apparently he used to steal washroom keys. Or not washroom, Glenn Gould, the pianist?
The musician.
Musician, not washroom. He'd steal hotel keys. He had a whole collection of hotel keys from all the places he'd been.
Oh. I mean, but they kind of expect you to, like...
But, like, these were the old style ones where, like, it was a big, it was a key. It wasn't like the little card that you had to reprogram, and who cares if you take it. No, it was this clunky thing. And
well, maybe it was like a memory of, like,
I think so.
a nightstand or something.
I think so. I'll be back, folks. We'll just do a bio break here. We'll go run into the bathroom. Well, there probably isn't even a bathroom here. Hey, you can go for a beer at the cafe.
We'll just move out of the way here. And pull around onto the side. Right here. Or maybe just on the other side of this sign. Oh, now I've done it. Okay. Get out of the way of traffic. We don't want our truck to get scratched by branches. Put our flashers on. Parking brake. Oh, there's the sign.
Hey. What's the sign?
Oh, that truck just came flying right in there.
Hmm. He did. That he did. How are we looking here? Good enough? Yeah, good enough.
Going on my dash.
These cute little huts here, eh? Ah, now we're up to 80. Okay, good. And see, it's daylight, and we are out of the tunnels, I believe, into the fjords.
He's not dead, he's rested.
Hmm?
He's pining for the field.
Piney for the fjords, exactly.
the people are cursing us. Those assholes, they just blew through Oslo like every other trucker doing 80.
Yeah. Well, did we even do Oslo? Did we just go past Oslo?
Oh, no. Whatever that town was.
Oh, okay. Well, at least we didn't toot our horn and wake them up, so... Wow. Really carries well in here. I think the echo is better than this than an ATS.
There's a duck in here.
My grandfather's excuse whenever he tooted would be, "Who shot the gun?"
My grandpa liked going to Dairy Queen because they had fiberglass seats, so when you farted, it was like extra loud.
That was why he liked Dairy Queen.
Yeah, that's why he liked going to Dairy Queen, so he could sit in the booths and rip a big one. He just found so much humor in farts.
And did his partner share the same enthusiasm? Or?
Oh, my grandma? No, she's miserable person.
Yeah,
He would just like, this morning I farted so loud I blew the sheets right out the door. You know, like these fables that. Yeah, he actually drove truck his whole life. He was a trucker. He worked for Guestcan and then Esso.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point he hauled truck for Westcan.
My grandmother was a school teacher until she met my grandfather, and then they got married. Then you could not be when she got married, you couldn't be a school teacher anymore.
Oh, right.
And he was.
Returning here.
We are right here. Oh yeah, sorry. I was looking up ahead. She was English and hardly spoke any French. He was French and hardly spoke any English.
Perfect.
But she was.
So how did they even become attracted to each other?
Oh, he was.
They have a conversation.
He was really handsome. he was a real handsome, and he'd oops, bumped something. And he'd worked in various manual labor jobs for a long time. So he was well built and muscular, and I'm sure had the French Canadian charm. And he's from a big family, so he had the gift of gab sort of thing. Whereas she was, I can't remember. She had some siblings, but not a lot. But she was the school teacher, and I guess he was attracted to, I don't know. She had a nice ass. I'm not sure. They must have had sex. They had my mother, but that may have been it.
You exist.
That may have been it. So, but I mean, he would. Well, he had various issues and problems, and I'm sure so did she. She may have driven him to them. I don't know.
Pretty sure that's why my grandfather was a trucker.
Yeah.
Time away from my grandmother, who is a little bit neurotic.
Yeah.
I think a little bit is an understatement, but
yeah. So,
I understand my grandpa, who was a lineman, did road construction and milked cows.
oh yeah.
Yeah, manual labor, man. I spent a summer building basements, like cribbing.
Yeah.
A lot of concrete work, setting up forms, taking down forms, laying foundation, digging mud, trenching in mud.
Yeah.
Worst job I ever had. It was that job that made me realize I am totally fine spending my days in an office.
Yeah. Well, I told you one of my first jobs was working for a company that put basements underneath houses that were already there.
Oh.
Northern Ontario, you'd built the house, and there's bedrock, exposed bedrock all over in people's backyard, stuff like that. So, you couldn't just get a backhoe in and dig a hole and do a basement.
You had to blast it.
You would have had to blast it, and you couldn't afford to blast it. You couldn't afford to do that. So,
well, I mean, it's all Canadian Shield in there, right?
Exactly. So what you do, you build a house, and then later on, when you got the money, then you'd hire us to go in.
Interesting.
And they'd send in the laborers like me to dig enough around the house, or dig enough under the house so they could put in cribs, and then put in beams, and then lift the house so they could then get in a backhoe, dig out the basement, put forms in, pour the basement, put the house back down. Oh.
Yeah, that's basically what I did, except there was no house before.
Yeah. I worked for...
It's a shitty job.
Yeah. I had a really dirty job working for Westinghouse, where they rebuilt electric motors, from the kind of ones you'd have on a workbench to the ones that were 6-8 feet in diameter, from the mine hoists.
Oh.
And the smaller motors, what we would do is you would burn, to get them ready, you just put the motor on top of a gas in an oven and just burn all the insulation off the wire, and then you could pull the wire out and then clean it all up and figure out what turns you need for the wire and put new wire in, rewire it, spray paint it. We get through here? Oh yeah, I'll pass. But it was a very dirty job. But fun, eh?
Yeah, I've had like all spectrums of dirty jobs. Like
Yeah,
there was a job I had where I had to wipe up like human sweat from tanning beds.
Oh
It was
yeah.
disgusting. That was really disgusting, actually, because not only did you have to clean their sweat, but you also like smelled their smell.
Yeah.
When they were done baking. Yeah. Then I worked with oil in an oil analysis lab.
Ah.
That was messy. Working with oil is very messy.
But it was lab
Very
work.
dirty. There was one time we have these trays. We had these trays of samples, and each tray had 50 samples in it. And when you were done with doing all the sampling, the trays would go to the back of the lab, and they would get dumped down this fume hood that went out into this big barrel that was for reclamation, like waste oil. And I had taken all the lids off of this one tray, because that's what you do. You take all the lids off, then you take the bottles and you dump them.
Yeah.
And somehow I had hooked the tray on the counter, and it slid off and hit the floor, and there was oil everywhere. And I mean everywhere. It was on the floor, it was on the walls, it was on the ceiling, it was on me. It was everywhere. And you can't just like wipe it up because it's oil. Like,
Yeah.
you can wipe it 100 times, this floor is still going to be an oil slick.
Yeah. You'd have to scrub it with detergent and
So, we cleaned up all the oil, and then we had to clean the floor with mean green. Mean green is like the only thing that would ever cut through the oil for cleaning. And yeah, that was messy. That was a different kind of messy. And then I started my other lab job at the U of A in heart research, and that was a different kind of messy. I went from dealing with oil samples to dealing with blood samples and human waste and mouse waste and pee and so I'm a little bit over dirty jobs.
You thought the tanning sweat job was bad. Oh no, we've got a lot more bodily fluids now.
So, and now I just sit at a desk and I immerse myself in pages upon pages of text and code.
Yes, generated by people who have somewhere else who have perhaps been in the labs working with fluids and stuff. So
exactly, not my problem. So
even your interview is not live, is it?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
It's on Zoom. It's a Zoom call. Yeah. But that's like, having conversations with people is just great. Like, that's honestly, that's the best part of my research project, is getting to talk to and meet all the people that are interested in participating, who have are living with type 1 diabetes.
Yeah.
Honestly, nothing compares. Nothing can compare to, like, I've it's funny because people always assume that because I'm in this office, like, desk job, that I have it so easy, and that I don't know what it's like to have it hard.
Well,
but they don't know all of the different jobs that I've had in the past and all the different things that I've done. They have no idea. They have no idea that I would come home covered in concrete and I would be picking cement out of my ears and tending to my bloody wounds that I got while I was lifting forms. Like, they have no idea that I did that I know what that experience is like. So I definitely have my battle scars.
That's one of the things that one of the rite of passage things I think that all politicians should go through.
Oh, absolutely.
So when they talk about, I'm all for the working man. Really?
Have you been a working man?
Yeah, like.
Do you know what it's like to flip burgers
like
and deal with people in a drive-through?
We've got one politician here in Ottawa, Canada, I think is the writing. He, I don't know, 7 or 8 terms he's held it. He's a career politician. It's Pierre Poilievre.
Okay.
That's all he's ever done.
Yeah.
He's never done anything except politics. And he's a smarmy little bugger, but he's done it so long that he's good at it. So he stays. He knows what to tell people, and he's picked a good area. It's a farming area, but as the city expands, you get the demographics changes. So, and we don't do gerrymandering as often and blatantly here in Canada, I think.
Well, I texted Justin Trudeau today.
Ah. Did you give?
He tweeted this thing out, how he was taking questions through text message.
Oh.
So I send a text to this phone number. I mean, obviously it's not his personal number, right? But
yeah.
And they make you fill out like this form or whatever, and then you get like a confirmation text message. But my question was, first I explained to him who I was and what I did. Like, I'm an epidemiologist and I'm dealing with these COVID cases and it's super stressful and I'm trying to do my PhD research on top of it. I have a mountain of student debt. I'm totally exhausted. And my question was, why is he focusing on the housing crisis for new home buyers when the majority of new home buyers have so much student debt that they can't even get themselves into a mortgage?
Yeah.
So why are you focusing on homes buyers when you should be focusing on student debt crisis? that's going on.
Oops.
So that people can buy homes.
I think we have to be over here. Yes, we do.
Are you sure? Oh, yeah, we do.
But the problem is nobody can afford the homes anyway. So I'm not. He's got
even if you didn't have student debt, exactly.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to test the waters and see what the process was. Like,
Yeah.
I don't expect a response back at all.
Well, I'm thinking.
And then I said something snarky about Jason Kenney being a leader not fit for the role or something, but that's a whole other thing.
Well, I'd like to see climate change the top of all the parties, the top of everybody's agenda, because student debt and housing and health and all this becomes a moot point if the climate runs amok and the earth is uninhabitable. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, you could argue that education is key to people understanding the climate crisis. And by extension, we should get more people going through post-secondary.
I don't think it's a lack of understanding. I think it's just you'd have to change it's reluctance for the people. The people in power don't want to lose. They don't want to make people don't want, and even not the people in power. Regular people are all for climate change as long as it doesn't cost them.
As long as they don't have to sacrifice not driving their car.
Exactly.
As long as they can still get on a plane.
Yeah.
As long as they can.
If they're,
and just flush it away and never see it again, like it just disappears off into ether.
And if there's a carbon tax that reflects down and means that their groceries are going to be more expensive, well, no, we don't want those.
Climate crisis will always be an issue until it's no longer an issue. And it'll only be no longer an issue when it's too late. Selfishness is next level in our society. COVID has totally illuminated that. Like, I always suspected it was really bad, especially among people on the right side of the political spectrum, but I never expected it would be so blatantly apparent.
All about me.
What's that?
All about me, yes.
Yeah. My jazz channel is playing Louis.
Ah, that's nice.
And Ella Fitzgerald.
I'm at, I think 19 kilometers now of my walk through the Netherlands. 19 of, I think it's 66. They called it the flower route. And there's even a detour they take that goes, if you look, I'm surprised that there's so much greenery and parks and, whoa, all right. Greenery and parks and space around houses and stuff. I guess I thought it's going to be a country where everything's jammed in because they got no space, but no, it's quite nice. But the route even takes a detour to go through this area that's famous for the tulip fields.
Oh, really?
And you don't see any tulips at all.
Oh.
Because tulips are mid-April to May in Holland. And the street view is, here's a November one, here's a July one, here's an August one. So you can go through all sorts of street views. None of them are. So people were complaining that walked the route and they didn't see any tulips. So I tried to point that out, that there's not a lot of tulips in August. They don't keep them going just for tourists, or put in plastic ones. You know.
Yeah, feels like autumn here now. Things are starting to change. The trees. What did you think of those pictures? Did I send you pictures?
Yeah. Lovely. Just beautiful.
I got stuck behind some cars.
Oh, where the road narrowed. Yeah. Oh, we widened again. So like I said, our premier surfaced today. The first time he's been at a press conference since the first time we've seen him since July 31st.
Now, don't you think it's a coincidence that both him and Jason Kenney went total MIA?
Yeah.
What do you think happened there?
Well,
was it strategic? Were they both on holiday together? Like, what happened?
To Hawaii, he said. Somebody asked. The reporter said, "So, where you been?" I've visited so many places in northern Ontario, talking to the folks there, and just finding out. And he went to here. He named several cities he'd been to in northwestern Ontario, and he's quite tanned. So I'm assuming he went fishing.
Oh, maybe.
You know, and stopped in at a few towns. Working holiday. Yeah, he said, yeah, we drove out there. Yeah, we drove out there. Yeah, well, of course you drove out there because...
Tour bus.
You drove out there because you can't take the train because there's no trains or buses for that area, so you pretty well had to drive out there, didn't you? Yeah, in his tour bus. It's not as if he white-knuckled it out.
It's not like he was in a tiny little car or something.
No.
At the very least, he was in a pickup truck.
Yeah.
Lots of space.
No. They would have gone in he would have had a bus, I guess, for all his folks in that. But he looked very tan, so I assume he went. I'm sure people will. You see, it's funny that it's funny the reporters asked where he'd been. If he said he'd been to all those towns. You can't see him going there incognito. If he
campaigning.
Yeah, if he went to Wawa or whatever, well, he would have. There would have been a photo op there, and we would have seen it in the paper. Oh, there's Ford in Wawa, but there was nothing of that. So, for all his talk about visiting all these towns, I think it's bullshit. But I know he named 3 or 4 places, so now I'm sure the reporters. Okay. We got anybody in Wawa? Yeah, we got a stringer up near there. Let's have them go into Wawa. So, did you see this guy? Oops.
Oh, this is a bad turn.
Is your Kenny guy back?
No, we have no idea where he is.
Oh.
We were thinking about putting an APB out.
There was a meme. People had done posters for telephone poles. So there's a picture of a.
He's gonna end up on a milk jug.
Yeah. Have you seen our premiere? And there's description. Whoops. I think we're going here. Not a flattering description of him. And I reposted it saying that, in the interest of transparency, he has now disappeared. So.
Yeah, I think Jason Kenney and Alberta's leadership is off licking their wounds because they lied to people. They told them that everything was fine and that the pandemic was ending and that the summer was beginning and we can all go back to normal. And now our ICUs are full.
Yeah.
And we have record number cases every single day.
Yeah.
So, and everybody's like, we told you were wrong.
Yeah.
All the doctors were like, there's never an egg timer around when you need one.
Yeah.
It's astonishing.
Well, I mean, he blamed it all on. He blamed the delay on Trudeau, but then you're not going to have to show proof of vaccination until September 22nd. And the QR code version won't be ready until October 22nd. One of the times they asked him why did you delay, and he said, well, because I didn't believe in it, I didn't want it. He admitted that he delayed because he didn't want a passport.
See, and that's the thing, like, it doesn't matter what he believes.
No, and then he said, well, but I've always listened to the doctors. I always listened to the medical professionals, and they told me, that's what they told me. So, we'll have a passport. So, I don't know. You can get up there and lie all you want.
Ay.
Oh, there's a nice field. Okay.
Well, classes started today on campus.
Ah.
And Edmonton has reinstated the mask mandate. Masks are required in all indoor places. Indoor public areas. Which naturally people are totally ignoring because I was out at the store and like nobody was wearing a mask. So.
Oh.
Yeah, I think people just don't care anymore.
It's pretty good. Still in my building, and yeah, shopping. I see people going on the sidewalk with masks occasionally. So they're still trying to decide what to do here for the public and high schools. Some of the final details, but they start 7th, I guess. Yeah, next Tuesday, I guess. I think school starts, so. I'm not sure I'd want to go into a restaurant anyways, even if there's vaccine passports, because the servers don't have to have one.
Well, and that's exactly it. Like, people are preparing food with no masks on.
No, but you don't have to be, there's no requirement. The servers, to work in a restaurant, you don't have to have a vaccine passport, but to get in as a patron, you have to have a vaccine passport.
Yeah.
And again, there wasn't a good explanation for that. Other than, I don't know. Ooh, this is going to be tight. I don't think I'd be that comfortable to be in a crowded restaurant, even if everybody had vaccines, because there's that delta.
Honestly,
There's that.
It has changed the way I look at the general public forever.
I mean, there's still the Delta variant, so even if everybody's vaccinated in the restaurant.
There's a new variant now.
Oh, but
the mu variant of Colombia.
Oh, well, I'd heard there was a South American one. There's South African. There was a South African one, but it wasn't really
this new strain variant is it's called mu, and the WHO is worried that it's more resistant to current immunizations.
But sometimes they are not as infectious. So they
but
don't
it's
they don't
showing
spread.
to have the same. It's showing to have the same behavior as Delta, and has already spread to close to 40 different countries, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So,
Because
yeah.
if you have something that's more virulent but less infectious, like it doesn't spread as much, then
Virulence and infectiousness are the same.
okay.
I think you mean transmissibility.
I guess I mean yeah. If it's
like if something is less virulent but more transmissible, it's going to be less lethal but be right.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I think
this is a mess. There's cars all over the place.
Time's it on the map? Oh, it's 1:30. Maybe they just come back from the pub.
Yeah, come on, I'll drive you home. No, I only had 3.
Oh, we used to go up to the pub almost every day at lunch, drink a lot of beer. Well, maybe we just had it Fridays. Maybe it's just Fridays, because we'd come back pretty drunk, and then back to repairing computers.
Yeah, I did that in the lab too. We'd go for lunch on Friday and have a couple rum and cokes, and then go back to the lab, just 3 sheets to the wind.
We were in the was draft when the draft came out. Not the little tiny glasses, but they were draft glasses. They weren't huge. And I think you only had one choice for draft in the men's room. Like they'd have a contract with Labatt's or something. I think I might need to get gas here. Pretty low. So the draft in the hotel would be Molson's draft. That's pretty well all you would get. So you'd go in the hotel, you get there before noon, you sit at your table, and you'd watch them filling trays up with draft glasses, waiting for noon, because they couldn't start serving till noon. As soon as noon hit, the waiter picks up this big tray, and he heads to your table, and he dumps 2 full glasses in front of each of you.
Yeah.
No ordering necessary. I mean, that's why you were there. You know, you're not going to say, "Oh, can I have a Shirley Temple?" No. No, you're going to have your 2 draft.
Oh, this is so stupid. European gas stations are stupid. You can't fit in any of them.
You fit it fine in the last one you were talking about.
Know, that stupid Audi was just sticking out.
Oh, was it not pushable or?
No, it was not pushable. No. Are you turning left?
No, should I?
No. I'm just wondering because you got your signal light on.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a bad idea. Because if you do that, then the AI traffic gets confused.
And they come to a screeching halt.
No, well, if on a road like this, if you got your right hand signal on,
they turn out right in front of you.
Well, they turn right out into the side of your car by the time you go by.
Oh.
Right into your trailer. It's like. So that's how I know I got my right hand signal on, because people keep hitting my trailer. Oh. Another one. I walked up to the beer store today, which is a few blocks, but it was sort of a main artery in the city, I guess. I mean, it's just not a huge, just a 2-lane road, but a lot of people tooting horns and being impatient at the light. And I don't know, somebody wanted to turn right, I think, and there's only one lane, but it's a wide lane, so usually what happens is people scooch over to the left to leave enough room for people to turn right, and this person hadn't. This person was just sitting in the middle of the lane, and so they got the horn beeped, and then the horn beeped again, and then a big long beep in the horn. And I know you could argue, I guess, that the sound waves actually can move something, but you know, like a speaker can blow out a candle and stuff like this, but I don't think it was moving the car in front very much. Eventually they wandered off.
Got stuck at the light.
Whoever it was, they'll go home. They yell at the dog.
Alskrona.
Yeah. I think we're around the back here, are we? We are. There we are. Oh, you'll be swearing at this one too.
Oh, really? Oh, great.
It's not. Yeah, you can back into it if you start out on the road, maybe. Oh, okay. Oh, there might be room there.
Gosh, this trailer is so weird.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's helpful. You start going to the left, and it goes more to the left on its own, just to help. Here, let me move over.
No. I got it. It's fine.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you could turn it off.
Or like lock it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know those long trailers, like that trailer we have with that stinger on the back.
Yeah.
You can often lock that. You can when you line up straight, you can drop a pin in and then go back straight.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't move, but.
Okay. Time is it? 8 o'clock. Well, I'm gonna go have a shower.
Okay.
I think.
I will watch some Downton Abbey, I think.
Oh, that sounds nice.
More. I think I'm on season 3 now. Just working my way through the various trials and tribulations, the soap opera sort of thing. So.
It's such a great show.
It is.
It's honestly awesome. Like, ugh. Maybe I need to do another rewatch.
Oh, well, thank you, my friend. That was fun.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Okay. And thank you, everybody, for viewing, for cheering, for chatting, for lurking, for subscribing, for following. And I will be on tomorrow, probably doing something. Maybe I'll look at No Man's Sky again. I can see if I can get my son doing it. I had a problem starting off because there's some things you have to do right at the beginning of No Man's Sky so that you don't run out of oxygen and get radiated all to death and stuff like that. So I'd forgotten about that. So I'll find a video somewhere and that'll remind me. So take care, my friends, and yeah, we'll catch you another time. So.